to how to solve it. And for that purpose, I have already shared with you the uh, the uh, the approach of forming the mathematical functions, and then not to formulate the functions, and then how to solve it. So as far as formulating the mathematical functions are concerned, in my last class, we already had a discussion that I'm talking about the linear function. That is the linear relationship between x and y, or the linear relationship between independent variable and dependent variable. But before we hit on and we start solving the function, a quick recap of the concepts that you cannot form the right function until and unless you have a knowledge of independent and dependent variable of your problem. So understanding your problem is the foremost, is the prerequisite of forming the correct function. If you are able to properly understand your problem, if you are able to identify which is independent and which is dependent, then rest of the thing is not very difficult. I'm referring back to my problem, which I discussed it with you, that the problem is about weight of the gold coin vis-a-vis to its price. तो एक तरफ तो हमने गोल्ड कॉइन का वेट लिया था और एक तरफ हमने उसका प्राइस लिया था. So we are combining these two variables, weight of the coin and price of the coin. And then what is the job? The job is to establish the mathematical relationship between the weight vis-a-vis to the price. The first question that we have to answer is which is independent and which is dependent. And I already briefed you that the important the independent variable is the weight and the dependent variable is the price. And we want to establish a linear relationship. For linear relationship, we always have a generic form, the general form of the function, the general form of the function which I have already briefed you, y equal to a plus bx. ये मैंने आपको बताया था कि जनरल फॉर्म है y equal to a plus bx, where a is constant and b is the coefficient. And then I ended my session on the point that the entire discussion revolves around how to calculate the value of a and the value of b. Right? So starting on the same, I'm just sharing my screen with all of you. Is my word file clear to all of you? My word file is clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, dear students, the entire discussion is on what? The entire discussion is on these two unknowns. What do we call it as? Unknowns. So, these two unknowns we have that we are doing right now, the two unknowns are here. A and B, the two unknowns. Now, unknown in the language of function, we call it as variables. So, unknowns is what we want to calculate the value, and this is what we have. Now, there is a simple rule in mathematics. And what is that simple rule in mathematics? If you have two unknowns, you have to form two equations. If you have three unknowns, you have to form three equations. So, in short, as many unknowns you have, as many equations you required. So, we have two unknowns, unknown A and unknown B. That is, A and B are two unknowns. That means that we have to form how many equations? We have to form two equations to solve it. Now, what would be these two equations? The two equations are based on the data which is provided to you. The data about x, the data about y. So we have to put these values in the generic form y equal to a plus bx. So I'm just rewriting this general form so that to make you understand better, I would say y equal to a plus bx. This is the form that we have. Now I want to form the first equation. So forming the first equation, you put the value, put x equal to the first value. We have taken x is 10 gram and y equal to 24,000. So put x is equal to 10 gram, right? And y equal to the corresponding value 24,000 rupees. Once you put this value in the equation, the equation will become 24,000 equal to A plus B, and the value of X is 10. So I would put this value in the bracket so that you will understand it. 10. This is what we have. This is our equation. This is what our equation 1. Similarly, then we choose this value again. And here in this place, we have, in place of 10, we have the second data, 16 gram and 36,000. So what I will do, I will replace this 10 with 16 and this with 36,000. 36,000. And then this is the second set of data. Again, we put it in this y equal to a plus bx. If you put it in the y equal to plus bx, you will get 36,000 equal to a unknown plus b unknown, and the value of the y as usual is 16 gram. And this will become equation number. This will become equation. How many equations now we have? Equation number 1, 24,000 plus a plus bx, and 36,000 a plus bx. These two are the linear equations. Now just recall, we have to solve these two equations. Solve. Now, how do we solve these two equations? The coefficient method. Putting the coefficient method, the popular method is, and we also have the method we call it as substituting method, right? Substitution method. Right? This is what we have. So we have the equating the coefficient method and substitution method. So these two methods are popularly used to solve two equations. And what is the purpose of solution? Always remember, हम क्यों solve कर रहे हैं? Because we want to get the value of A and B. हमें A और B की value चाहिए. The first method is the most popular and easy to understand. ये जो method है is very easy to understand. Right? What is this method all about? Let us try to find it out. क्या आप ये method लगा सकते हैं? How many of you are comfortable with equating the coefficient method?
Yes, sir.
Can you solve this? Yes.
Yes, sir.
You can solve it?
Yes,
I hope that most of you are comfortable. Yes, yes. So if you solve
Yes,
it,
sir.
can you give me the value of A and B by solving it out? क्या आप A और B की वैल्यू बताएंगे मुझे क्या आ रही है?
Sir, A equals to 4,000.
Sir, 2,000 and
Sir,
4,000.
2,000 and 4,000.
Please take your time. Please take your time. There is no hurry. A and B equal to. Yeah. So what shall I write? A equal to
2,000.
4,000. Good. And what do you say about B?
2,000.
2,000.
2,000.
Exactly. So the values of A and B are there in front of you. This is the sole purpose of doing it. Now let us put this A equal to 4,000 and B equal to 2,000 in the equation. If I put it here in the generic equation, in the general form of the equation, this will become Y equal to A. What is the value of A? 4,000 plus what is the value of B? 2,000, and that is what we have X. So we have this as the linear relationship between X and Y. ये जो निकल कर आई है equation, this give us an answer of the question, the linear relationship, the functional relationship between X and Y, that is the price of the coin vis-a-vis to its weight. This is the relationship, right? Now, this is very simple. But what interpretation, what type of meaning do we get out of it? हमें इससे मिलेगा क्या? If we have this mathematical relationship, what do we get out of it? Points that you remember.
If we put x is equals to 0.
number one point is the value is very important. The first is the value is this constant. The value is this constant 4000. This constant value, constant equal to 4000. Right? So this is the constant value. So we have a constant value of 4000. That means even in case x equal to 0, y will have a constant value of 4000. So the price will always be there for 4000. And this, I have taken an example, 4000 is there. Right? What is this? The second point, coefficient is very important. The next one is coefficient. Coefficient. This is very, very important. Coefficient. The coefficient, that is the value of b, is coming out to be 2000. So can anybody out of you tell me what is the meaning of this coefficient 2000? इससे आप क्या अंडरस्टैंडिंग है आपकी? What do you understand by this coefficient equal to 2000? Yes. In terms of linear relationship between the price of the gold coin vis-a-vis to the weight, the coefficient is 2000. What meaning it will give you?
Sir, y is proportional to 2000 times of x.
No, exactly. This is not the case. It's not proportional to 2000 case because the reason is that in between we have 4000 also. See, बहुत simple language में मैं आपको बताऊँ. First of all, the sign is plus. The value is plus 2000. The exact value is plus 2000. So the sign that the value plus is very important. That means x has a positive relationship with y. Now, what does this mean? X has a positive relationship with y. If you increase x, the y will also increase. If you decrease x, the y will also get decreased. तो एक तो ये बात बहुत काम की और इंपॉर्टेंट हमारे लिए आ रही है कि x coefficient is positive, which is an indication that both x and y are positively related to each other, to the sense that if you increase x, the y will increase. इसके कंपैरिजन में अगर मैं इसको नेगेटिव कर देता, मान लीजिए वैल्यू नेगेटिव आ रही होती, मान लीजिए नेगेटिव वैल्यू आ रही होती 10 minus 2000, then our interpretation is entirely opposite. X is negatively related to y, or vice versa. Y is a negative function of x. That means if you increase x, the y will decrease, or if you increase y, the x will decrease. So this type of relationship will come if the coefficient is negative or positive. In our case, this is not negative. In our case, we are getting the value plus 2000, which is an indication that independent, that is the weight, and the dependent, that is the price of the gold coin, is positively related to each other, and the magnitude of that relationship, this relationship is 2000. ये जो magnitude है ये 2000. That's very important interpretation. तीसरा एक और बहुत important इसका interpretation. कोई बता सकता है आप में से? What would be the third important interpretation that we are getting out of it? Yes, I am repeating. I am saying that y equal to 4000 plus 2000x, where 4000 give you the value of the constant and 2000 is a coefficient. The sign of the coefficient tells you the type of relation, nature of relationship, plus or minus, and this is the magnitude. इसके अलावा एक और बहुत important use इस equation का हो सकता है. What would be that use?
Sir, in making the graph.
True. Making the graph, because this is a linear relationship. But application side में, if this is the equation which is presented to you by your accountant and you are a manager, how do you utilize this equation? आपके system ने
For predicting the
Sir, if we know value of 1 x or y, then
सर एक्स्ट्रापोलेट करके हम इसकी फर्दर फ्यूचर वैल्यूज को कैसे कर सकते हैं?
Absolutely right. ये जो 2-3 आंसर्स आए बिल्कुल ठीक है. जो पहला आया कि we can predict the value, और किसी ने कहा कि we can extrapolate the value. Can we combine these two characteristics in a single word? Can we have a single word for these two features? Huh?
Y is an independent variable and X is.
What do we call that method of predicting or estimating or extrapolating the values with the help of X?
So finding zeros of the equation.
Newton's law of
नहीं मैं मैथमेटिकल आंसर नहीं जाना. एक ऐसा वर्ड है which you come across. Absolutely right. Actually, we are I think a very very practical area in management, forecasting. हमारा जो काम होता है मैनेजर का वो ये होता है, तो आप जितना हमारा रोल है वो दैट इज अबाउट फोरकास्टिंग। और जो हम ये डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं आपसे इक्वेशन फॉर्मेशन का, वो इसलिए कर रहे हैं बिकॉज सेवरल टाइम वी हैव टू कम अक्रॉस विद दिस प्रोसेस ऑफ फोरकास्टिंग, एंड दैट इज व्हाई वी आर सो मच कंसर्न अबाउट द एक्यूरेसी ऑफ द इक्वेशन। हम ये चाह रहे हैं कि हमारी एक्यूरेट इक्वेशन आए। रीजन इज बिकॉज इफ योर इक्वेशन इज एक्यूरेट देन द फोरकास्टिंग वैल्यू इज वेरी नियर टू द एक्चुअल वैल्यू। और अगर आपकी इक्वेशन एस्टिमेटेड इक्वेशन ही करेक्ट नहीं है, उसमें कुछ एरर है, then that would lead to error in your forecasting. So primarily we are moving in the area of forecasting. Estimating the relationship is for the purpose of forecasting. Although forecasting is not the part of quantitative method, we will take up this topic of forecasting in the paper of operations management in next semester. Next semester में एक पूरा पेपर है ऑपरेशंस मैनेजमेंट, उसमें हमारे पास फोरकास्टिंग की पूरी एक डिटेल्ड डिस्कशन है। अभी यहाँ पर डिस्कशन नहीं है, लेकिन मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि ये फंडामेंटल नॉलेज क्यों जरूरी है, क्यों हम इक्वेशन को एस्टिमेट कर रहे हैं, क्यों हम ये चाह रहे हैं कि ए और बी की एक्यूरेट वैल्यू हम निकालें। रीजन इज दैट इफ योर वैल्यू ऑफ ए एंड बी इज करेक्ट देन देयर इज अ वेरी लिटिल चांस ऑफ कमिटिंग एरर फॉर फोरकास्ट। और जितनी भी फाइनेंशियल मार्केट है या प्रोडक्ट की मार्केट है, कमोडिटीज की है, और जो भी मार्केट में हो रहा है वो डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली इज गवर्न्ड बाय द फोरकास्टिंग इक्वेशन। आई होप आई एम एबल टू डिलीवर द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ दिस इक्वेशन।
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So in nutshell, I have taken this example of weight and price to make you understand the equation. Please go through it once again, that this is a linear relationship and we have A as a constant, B is a coefficient. Then we put the two value because we have two unknown, so we want two equations. We apply the method of equating the coefficient method. Feel free to seek any clarification. अगर किसी ने coefficient इस method को पहली बार लगाया है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं, आप अपने लेवल पे ट्राई कर सकते हैं, बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, इट्स वेरी सिंपल, राइट?
Sir, some students are
Just
trying
apply.
to log in, sir. Sir, some students are trying to log in, sir. Please bear them in.
भाई अब तो जब मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ, बार बार लॉग इन ना करा करें। चलिए, ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम, मैंने अलाउ कर दिया। ओके, तो अब जो स्टूडेंट have just joined the session, they missed the very important discussion. So, please try to join the session as and when it is required. 10-15 minutes is allowed. Somehow you may stuck up somewhere, or some way the teacher may stuck up, so that is allowed, that is permissible. But other than 15 minutes, the point is that I will allow you, but the point is that you will miss the important discussion. Okay, so the point is we are estimating the linear relationship where A and B is important by applying the method of coefficient method, equating the coefficient method, and then I told you the importance. First is it will give you the value of constant and coefficient. Second, it tells you the nature of relationship between x and y, and third and the foremost is this forecasting, which is very very important for all. Okay. Now I already discussed this point with you, that you have learned about price function. Price function. You already have learned about cost function in your paper of economics, and you may heard about another very important revenue function. Revenue function. Okay, revenue function. These are the two or three very common functions which we come across, in our study of management and its related areas, and which is very practical also. अब मैं काम करता हूं, यहां से फंक्शन हटा देता हूं. I will delete this function here. I will delete this function here, from here also, and from the last one also. Now, the moment I remove this, it will become price, cost, and revenue. Will you please tell me what type of mathematical relationship these three terms have in between? Can you tell me the mathematical relationship between price, cost, and revenue?
Price minus cost equals to revenue.
Price minus cost is equal to revenue. If I just replace this cost to make it more simple, expenditure. So I think this will become more easy, or I will call this as cost. Cost. If I would say cost, expenditure, and revenue, so I think there is no difficulty in you to understand that revenue is equal to, right, your total, this cost and
plus expenditure.
No, not cost plus expenditure. Not cost plus expenditure. The relationship. How do you get the revenue value? What would be your revenue? And even further, I would replace this with another important thing. You may come across with this also. Then it will help you to understand it. Food function, I would call profit function. Profit. And then we have cost, we have expenditure, we have revenue, and we have profit. So if these four terms are there in front of you and you want to establish a mathematical relationship, I hope you understand that profit is calculated by taking what? Revenue minus expenditure. So I would call it as revenue. Profit is equal to revenue minus expenditure. This type of this type of mathematical relationship, you already have an idea about it. Profit equal to revenue minus expenditure. Now, if I replace this profit with profit function, so this will become revenue function and this will become expenditure function. So what I can do, I just simply write it down. Profit function, I would say X, for example, equal to revenue function X, for example, minus expenditure, or I would call it as cost also, expenditure function X. So profit function minus revenue and expenditure, this is what we have the mathematical relationship between the three types of function, which is profit, revenue, and expenditure. This is what profit function is equal to revenue function minus expenditure function. Because this is a very popular equation or relationship that you already studied in your paper of accounting as well as in economics. यहीं से एक और चीज निकल कर आती है that profit revenue is also calculated as the multiplication of price with what? With quantity. Quantity. You know that revenue is what? The overall turnover of revenue is price multiplied by the quantity. So if suppose I have the price P, we have the price P, and the quantity is Q. So P into Q. So P into Q, that is price multiplied by the total quantity, will give you the revenue, right? And expenditure is nothing but the total cost incurred. And expenditure is what? Expenditure, if I would say, is nothing but it is the total cost. And by total cost, what is total cost? Fixed cost plus variable cost. Fixed cost plus variable cost. So these are simple equations which are very useful for solving the problem related to business organization. मैं एक बार फिर repeat कर रहा हूँ. We come across with the word cost, expenditure, revenue, and profit. Profit. बहुत common words हैं which we come across. We have a mathematical relationship. Profit equal to revenue minus cost or expenditure, which is profit function revenue minus expenditure function. What is revenue? Revenue is nothing but price into quantity, that is P into Q. And what is expenditure? It is the total cost, and total cost is nothing but fixed cost plus variable cost. ये कुछ 3-4 mathematical relationship हैं जो हमें हमेशा याद रखने हैं. We always have to keep this mathematical relationship in front of our eyes to solve the equation, to solve the equations and to get the function. Okay, now let us try to form some functions based on that. I'm giving the example. आप लोग नोट करिए जरा, मैं बोल रहा हूँ. I'm just All of you, please note it down. The per unit price of a ball point 10 is rupees 15. The shopkeeper sold 310 or shopkeeper for X units of 10. What is the revenue function? What is the revenue function? What is the revenue function?
15x.
Yeah, equal to revenue equal to what? Profit multiplied by the quantity. So in this case, if I go ahead, price per unit, P is what? Per unit price. So this is 15 multiplied with what? The quantity. And here I am taking X. So what I'm doing is that I am taking this 15 and then multiplied by X. So 15X. So the profit function with the profit function, the revenue function will come out to be this. So what is the revenue function? 15x. So I would write the right notation is revenue function of x equal to 15, and I will just put the sign of multiplication here into x. So this is the revenue function. Likewise, you can form any type of function in this case. For example, I'm just taking it another point of it. If the cost of manufacturing one unit of pen is 6.5 rupees. 6.5 rupees. If the cost of manufacturing one unit of pen is rupees 6.5 is with a machinery cost of for example 12,000 rupees. The machinery cost of rupees 12,000. What is the cost function? What is the cost function? What is the cost function? So if the cost of manufacturing one unit of pen is rupees 6.5, what is with the machinery cost of rupees 12,000? That is production cost. So machinery, okay, production with a machinery cost of 12,000. That is the cost of machine. Machinery cost here stands for cost of machine. और ये manufacturing cost क्या है? Production cost. So if the cost of manufacturing one unit of pen is rupees 6.5 with a machinery costing 12,000 rupees, what is the cost function? The cost as per the concept is equal to
Fixed price
variable cost plus fixed cost. If I follow this method, if I call it, what is the variable cost? What is the variable cost?
0.5x.
6.5x.
6.5x. This is for one unit. This is for one unit. What about 2? What about 3? And what about x? So I will put 6.5 into x. That is into x. And then we put plus. What about the fixed cost? The fixed cost is already given to you 12,000. So I will put it 12,000 here. This will become 12,000. So finally, a cost function is represented by C bracket X one, and we have this as the cost. So again, I'm comparing this function. This function is a cost function. Last but not the least, if I'm asking you, what is the profit function for the above problem, for the above question or problem? What is the profit function for the above problem? So before you write the profit function, profit, as you all know, conceptually, profit is equal to revenue minus cost. That is, if I say profit function is nothing but revenue function minus cost. Now, do we have revenue function with us? Yes, we have. So what I will do, I will just take this revenue function. I will take it out, Control C, and I will put it here. And what about the cost function? I will put the sign of minus here. And what about the cost function? We have this cost function here. So 15x minus 6.x plus 12,000. This is the we have the profit function. We have P in the bracket X equal. So this is what we have the profit function. 15x minus 6.5x plus 12,000. This x and this x is same. So I will just keep it as.
So it will be minus 12,000.
So bracket should.
So it will be minus 12,000 whole cost function.
Right, minus 12,000. Yeah, thank you. This is in bracket minus 12,000. So when you open up the bracket, this will become minus 12,000. Now let us take the simplified form. जो add हो रहा है उसे add कर दीजिए, जो subtract हो रहा है उसे subtract कर दीजिए. So if you do it, definitely this will become 15x minus 6.5. How much this will be?
8.5x.
8.5x and minus 12. The profit function will be this as per our calculation. Profit in bracket x is equal to this, and again I will highlight this so that you will understand it better. So in short, we have this equation, and we have used this data to estimate first of all the revenue function, then the cost function, and with the help of revenue and cost function, we estimated the profit function, which is there in front of you. Profit function is equal to 8.5x minus 12,000. This is an example. How can the problem of manufacturing in a factory or a production house is solved by forming the cost function, revenue function, and profit function? Can anybody out of you tell me that out of profit, revenue, cost, that is fixed and variable cost, we are actually moving towards a very important concept which you might have learned in your paper of accounting. तो प्रॉफिट, रेवेन्यू और कॉस्ट के आगे जब हम जाते हैं तो एक बड़ा ही इंपॉर्टेंट पैरामीटर है जो हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं, which is very useful and which is a very useful parameter for manager to make decision. Do you know what is that variable which I am referring to? आप बता सकते हैं वो अगला
मार्जिनल प्रॉफिट, मार्जिनल
planning? No, I'm saying another important calculation, which is like a very important calculation for you or for a manager to make a decision. वो क्या है?
Taxation.
So profit or loss?
That's already there. Profit function, loss is already there. It's a very simple, small calculation. I'm referring to another important calculation, which is not difficult and very, very common also. Yes, please. Balance.
So profit maximization.
नहीं, अभी उसमें आए नहीं है, मैक्सिमाइजेशन मिनिमाइजेशन की बात नहीं कर रहे, वी आर नॉट टू मैक्सिमाइजेशन और मिनिमाइजेशन. Do you know this term? BEP? What is this?
break even point.
Break even. Yeah, very very important thing. Break even point. अभी तक शायद आपने अकाउंटिंग में जब आपने आपको बताया होगा ये कैलकुलेशन, ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट कैलकुलेशन है. ये जो बीईपी होता है, दैट्स अ वेरी डिसाइडिंग फैक्टर फॉर.
सर इट्स इन इकोनॉमिक्स ना, ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट तो इकोनॉमिक्स में होता है.
नो, ये इकोनॉमिक्स का कंसेप्ट है, लेकिन ये बहुत ही प्रैक्टिकल है. ये अकाउंटिंग में, इकोनॉमिक्स में, फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट में, हर जगह यूज होता है. तो व्हाट इज दिस ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट बाय द वे?
Demand equals to supply.
Where there is
no profit, no loss.
No loss. तो अगर मैंने कहा my break even point is 25 units. If my break even point is 25 units, that means up till 25 units, I will not get any profit or any loss. अब that is a point for us कि क्या हमें 25 से आगे जाना है या हमें 25 से कम करना है. तो break even point is a very important point of decision making because this is the point that there is no profit and no loss. ये जो फिगर होती है, ये जो पैरामीटर होता है, इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पैरामीटर जो हम क्या करते हैं. तो जो भी बिजनेस, जब कोई बिजनेस अपनी सर्वाइवल और एग्जिस्टेंस के क्वेश्चन में आता है, तो वो अपना ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट कैलकुलेट करता है. वो ये देखता है कि क्या हम सर्वाइव कर पाएंगे विद द ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट एनालिसिस और नॉट. तो वी हैव अ कंप्लीट डिस्कशन ऑन ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट एंड वी हैव अ फॉर्मूला फॉर ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट आल्सो. एंड द बेस्ट वे टू अंडरस्टैंड ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट इज टू draw the graph. So I will take up this topic of break-even analysis in my next class with the help of some more calculation. So I will wind up today's session with the point that I briefed you about forming the function, especially cost, revenue, and profit. And then by taking an example, I explain you how to form these functions. And then I ended my discussion by leaving you with a very important concept of break-even point, with that it is calculated with the help of a formula, and the graphical representation is the best representation of break-even point. I will take up this discussion, carry forward this discussion in my next session.